Here we are at Fabspeed Motorsports USA, and we're going to have a video explanation of our high-performance Sport Cats and X-Pipe for the Ferrari F12s. The Ferrari F12 is a new 734 horsepower, big V12 Ferrari that took over from the 599, and this car picked up huge amounts of torque and horsepower across the RPM range, especially in the low end and mid-range with our high-performance Sport Cats and X-Pipe that we developed. Here on the ground is the factory Ferrari F12 Catalytic Converters. These catalytic converters are like 8 inches long by about 5.5 inches in diameter, and you can see the exhaust would come out here, it would bang into this wall where I marked an X, and then go up and over to get to the catalytic converter. And you can see the catalytic converter is about 600-700 cells per inch. So if you took a 1 inch by 1 inch piece of paper, cut a hole in it, a jeweler so that we counted the cells, that's pretty restrictive. Looks like a French press. And then the exhaust only has to go down to get to the remainder of the cat. It's only showing half the cat there. Okay. All these flanges, Fabspeed machined up on our CNC Haas mill. Now, here is the factory remaining pipes that bolt to the back of this. This is basically 2 straight pipes, and if you look in here, they added a little bit of an H to it, a little tiny pipe, but I think that's more to make this rigid in there. So that's that. Now, looking over here, here are the Fabspeed Motorsport HJS Germany Trimetallic OBD2 European level 5 or 6 catalytic converters, 200 cells. And if you look in here, the exhaust, as it comes out of the headers, it's going to hit this cat and have full access to this 200 cell trimetallic matrix. It's short, it's 200 cells, much more high flow, much more sports car sound, and the car picked up amazing horsepower and torque. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, when you're buying these catalytic converters, you see it says HJS tuning, the flow hour, and this is Emitech. Emitech makes catalytic converters for all the big boys. Porsche, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini. You need the CDE there, because that way you know you're not getting generic Chinese, Taiwanese, or USA $50, $60 cats. You want these, no check engine lights. You can hammer them and run them, and they make power, and Fabspeed's the second largest buyer in the world. Now, continuing on, the rest of our kit for this car, here's our X-Pipe. Like they do at American Le Mans NASCAR, the exhaust comes through here. We have a window in here so that it flows dramatically better, but allows both sides of the big V12 engine to crosstalk. And it makes beautiful sports car sound. And then up on the car, we're underneath the F12 at Fabspeed, and we have our cats installed. And then you can see how it comes down to our X-Pipe. And then you're using the remainder of the F12's factory system. On this car, we're going to actually use our valve controller. You get a key fob with a battery, and then you can open and close these valves at your whim. So you can run the car with the valves open or valves shut, and add more sound. We keep the factory mufflers on because typically when these valves are open, it's a straight shot out the tailpipe. The real horsepower and torque on virtually any late model Ferrari, from California's to other ones, are replacing the factory restrictive catalytic converters, and on 360s and 430s and 599s they put extra cats in the car. On this F12 they only had primary cats, big massive cats, and we replace them with the big massive high flow HJS cats and a good X-Pipe to give you horsepower, torque, and dramatic gains in sports car sound and power, all dyno verified on the Fabspeed 4-wheel drive chassis dyno, of which there's a McLaren on there right now. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this to be informative.